Ho ho ho, it's Hohin, and today I'm just going to give some brief feedbacks of Dead Rising 4, hopefully enough for you to decide whether to purchase it or not. I'll be bringing some positive and negative things about the game, giving some footage of the game for those who enjoy looking at the actual gameplay and the graphics, and also providing my personal opinion on the game itself. I'll be comparing the game to the good old Dead Rising 2, as it's my favorite game out of the Dead Rising series, so let's get started. Now, the game itself was just released a few days ago on Steam, and I've been having a blast playing it in single player. Not so much in multiplayer, but I'll talk about that later. The single player mode gives you a lot of room to play with, and it's exciting when you first explore new areas as you progress through the story. As expected of the Dead Rising games, you can pick up whatever you find, dress whatever you like, and do whatever you want to do. In single player, you can just relax and have fun, or you could follow the missions and beat through the story. It's a very Dead Rising style and reminds me of Dead Rising 2's free to do anything. The only compromise I'd actually find kind of impactful is the zombie appearances. I'm well aware of the zombie types with the evolved zombies and fresh zombies that rape you, but I would have wanted different appearances for the normal zombies instead of looking at a bunch of them wearing Lego helmets. The combat is also quite fun and exciting, as every weapon you get, apart from the ranged weapons, have their own special kill animation. Basically, when you hit a certain number of streaks with your weapon, you can execute them, killing them in one hit while watching most of the time an awesome small cutscene kind of thing. They also included references from other games such as the Vega Claw from Street Fighter and his movesets, and also a broadsword execution from For Honor. For me, doing those executions was probably the best thing in the combat system. The combat with each weapon are repetitive, but you don't really get to notice it since you are always finding new weapons along the way, crafting them, and just having fun blowing the shit out of the zombies. You also get to use this super cool exo armor suit, which already looks hot as fuck, but you can pick up items that are specifically made only to be picked up by the exosuits, making you feel special when you have it on. Trust me, even if you're playing it by yourself, you can still have a great time doing so. Now that I've mentioned all the positive side of things, let's move to the negative. Dead Rising 4 single player, I am happy with. Multiplayer though, I'm not so sure if I can feel the same way. With multiplayer, you have to choose a new character to begin with, which is fair enough at first glance. You pick one character and you relevel him or her throughout the multiplayer games. You go through different missions from the single player story mode, which locks you in a certain area of the single player campaign, so you can't explore the whole map. Even if they for somewhat reason are willing to let you roam the whole map, you are still stuck with a time limit. Now, time limits aren't new, as they have shown in Dead Rising 2 when you have to find Sombrex supplies, but compare the time limit from then to the time limit in this game, and you'll find that the game or the time given here is extremely short, limiting to how much shit you can fuck around with. 1 minute of time in the game equals to 1 second in real time. At 9 PM, the door to the safe house opens and you have a few minutes to get back in before your screen turns black and God knows what happened to you. Many people loved Dead Rising because of how much freedom it gave you, while you can also invite your friends to fool around. With this, you probably get around just under 10 minutes of playtime in every mission of multiplayer, which makes it too short if you want to just ignore the objective, which doesn't penalize you in any way, and explore the map. Find Easter eggs, look for craft materials or weapons, troll your friends or troll the zombies. It puts a leash on us and a curfew time for when we have to go to bed and sleep, while also not allowing you to customize your character for multiplayer. Hello? Is this still Dead Rising? My friends and I have so much fun just by joining into each other's game and looking at what shit they made their character wear. And now they try to mimic Left 4 Dead or Dead Island, completely removing customizability. Not to mention, even if you could deal with being bound to a leash, you would still need to handle the bugs in this game. Gates for the safe house often don't open for when you start and when you reach 9 PM. There are some small bugs like dying for no reason, players seeing different things on screen whilst being in the same game, and other minor little animation bugs. So for me personally, this game isn't worth it as of the time now, with all the bugs and shit going on. I think in Dead Rising, multiplayer and single player make up the game 50-50, and a large proportion of the 50 in multiplayer isn't working right now. So for the time being, I would say fuck it. Don't get the game yet and wait for a fix. Maybe the price will go down a bit later on, as well as having a stable, functional game to play with. If you're only going to be playing single player though, it won't really matter as much, so you can choose to get the game now, but just know that there will be small animation bugs and glitches from time to time. With the game selling at $60 though, it's not a full-fledged game yet. It's unfinished and still needs some time to refine itself. Anyways, I hope this has helped you a bit. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you next time.